Why all the hate on Miles keeping the new evolved suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2? That is the question of today's video and the topic that we will be tackling here. And alongside that, I'm going to be looking at a few new redesigns of what the suit should look like going forward if Miles keeps the suit. Now, I've done a poll, right, about almost a week ago, and you can see it on screen here, and it went along the lines of, should Miles keep his new Spider-Man Adidas suit, right? So whopping 10% said yes, and 90% of the community said no. Okay, 90%, that is huge. That it's not like a little divide. It's not like half the community loves it, half the community hates it. Most of the community seems to dislike this suit, and it is a shame because recently I've actually found out that the actual creator of this suit, as you can see here, created it as an original, funnily enough, as an original suit for Marvel Spider-Man 2, and the collaboration came afterwards, right? So this is what the person says: Marvel Spider-Man 2 Evolved suit. I created Spider-Man's Evolved suit for Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PS5 at Insomniac Games. I was responsible for the high poly game mesh UVs and materials for the suit. The suit was an honor to work on, as it was an Insomniac original suit. I had a lot of room for innovation and creativity, including bespoke materials, animated emissives, and a fun shoe collab with Adidas, whatever. Huge thanks to my team and all the upstream and downstream departments that contributed to bringing this suit to the game. Now, you know, for the most part, I'm okay with the suit. It's just the mask kind of sucks, and I feel like they should have really kept the original colors, like the red and black, for Miles. I think that is an important aspect of the suit that shouldn't have gone, right? I know they went for a radical redesign to have a Miles Morales original, but the way it came across as a huge collab, because it's not like Adidas was just selling shoes, they were selling the whole outfit, and at the end of the day, that just didn't work out. So let's look at some comments, and then we're gonna look at actual redesigns and my personal opinions on here, because I wanna make this video more so about the community than myself. So Ethan Forrester says, Stan Lee said it best himself, because the Spider-Man suit covers his entire body, anyone could be under the mask or imagine themselves being Spider-Man. It's also to help hide the secret identity, and that is true. Spider-Man would cover every single bit of himself, so you know, it's harder for people to find out, because there's a lot of people out there that are genuinely, like, if they find out his identity, they're gonna go after his family. We've seen this time and time again. Green Goblin in Spider-Man 1, like, the movie found out that Peter was Spider-Man. He went straight after his Aunt May, went after Mary Jane. It was crazy, right? Spider-Man 3, same thing happens. Venom, obviously Eddie Brock, Venom finds out, you know, who Peter is, goes straight after Mary Jane. That is the risk that Spider-Man takes. He's got to make sure he's always covered, right? Head to toe, secret identity, important, right? Every time we've seen him reveal his identity or something along the lines, his loved ones have suffered, okay? Kind of unrelated, and I've never seen anyone mention this, but I think it'd be really cool to give a hood up / hood down option for all the hooded suits. This one especially, like Hogwarts Legacy did for all its cloaks and robes. Yeah, I mean, of course, I think hood up and hood down option for all these hooded suits would be awesome. It is a shame that that wasn't the case. Miles himself literally has a line in the game where he tells someone Spider-Man doesn't do endorsements, and then where's the biggest endorsement in a game in recent history? That is true, and we've seen this backfiring across the Spider-Verse, where Spider-Man endorsed baby powder, and then, you know, he's like, I made a mistake, right? I think it can be tweaked into something better, but the suit does need some serious tweaking. I'd get rid of the open mask, add some more texture to the mask. Yep, exactly. I'd add some webs there as well. I'd keep the middle section rather similar, though I'd opt for a darker shade of red, and I would make the blue liquid-like section alternate between blue and yellow, depending on color Venom Miles uses. Yes, exactly. I've covered a design by a Twitter mutual and a friend of mine, Moro, who did an amazing redesign utilizing exactly this, and I'll probably show it off again. The lower section could use some tweaking, and I'd get rid of the Adidas shoes. True. They'll probably keep the Adidas shoes, because that is part of the collaborations. They've been doing this for a while. However, I would tweak the colors more so to Miles's actual, you know, original design, right? I feel like the suit just came out at a bad time, right? If it came earlier on, we're able to kind of change it or whatever, you know, a lot of people would be more accepting. But the fact that it was just like a jump scare out of nowhere in Act 3 when we're about to go after Anti-Venom and dealing with like a whole invasion, it's like, when did he have the time for this? I mean, most of the time he was trying to work on his, like, essay or whatever it was through the story. That was a focal point. I mean, maybe if he was trying to redesign his own suit or something to make himself stand out, sure. But the end of the day, his first suit was also an original too, so, you know. I think it looks like a passable starting point if it's black and red color variation. But I think the hood should be up and a little more detail on the mask instead of blank slate. Also ditch the sneakers. The suit feels like it's trying to mix streetwear and Spider-Man by still doing it in the worst ways. Things like the Ant suit or the Cat Bodega suit work because it's 90% streetwear but with that visible aspect of Spider-Man. That is very true. Also, I'm dropping a like and a heart on all these comments. And listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. We're literally almost less than 1,000 subscribers away from 100,000. It'd be my dream, it would be my dream come true to hit that goal before the end of the year. Thank you. Now, keep the general idea of the new suit, but change the color scheme and cover up the hair. Mainly change the red to a black or orange color and make the leggings match it. Keep the blue streaks, but make them change colors and pulse depending on what kind of venom powers you're using and when you're using them. Also make the hood have physics, like in a stealth area. Miles will put it up and it gets blown down when you start web swinging or gliding. That is a really cool idea, actually. That is awesome, and I think they should definitely take some points from this, from the community feedback, right? I feel like if it comes down to Marvel Spider-Man 3, they'll definitely redesign because Insomniac is very in touch with their fan base. Some things they'll double down on, some things they'll tweak. Like with the advanced suit from Marvel Spider-Man 1 to Marvel Spider-Man 2, it was a radical change, keeping the main aspects of the suit, but getting rid of what didn't really work, like the orange color on the original that didn't really look red. They made it a really deep red, right? So there's a lot of tweaking that they can do. I wish that the new suit he got at the end of the game had been his tracksuit. This is what I'm talking about. I 100% agree. I've always been a defender of the tracksuit. Like, look at the screen here, right? Like, one of my favorite suits in the game ever since Miles Morales was the tracksuit. I rocked this for the majority of the first playthrough. But here's the thing. They made a perfect redesign of it right here, like a color style. Check this out. Black and red. Perfect. Giant spider going down and, well, going up and down his suit, right? Making little segments and things. It is perfect. It's literally perfect. It's an extremely original design for Miles while still keeping the look of Spider-Man. Like, what is there not to love about this suit, right? Like, I think a lot of you guys can completely agree with me on this, that they could have easily gone with something like this at the end of the day, right? It would have been perfect, in my humble opinion. Nothing is better than a classic suit. Peter and Miles have classic suits. That is iconic. True. Honestly, if the hair wasn't out, I generally would dig it. A Spider-Man with the hair sticking out just doesn't feel right to me, mainly because it's just so weird to see a Spider-Man with the hair out, plus it really gives away his identity. And counter-argue about the whole identity thing, but it is a bit different to see it. Like, there are a few characters that do pull it off. Like, I mean, if you've watched Across the Spider-Verse, like Spider-Man India, like, that's his whole thing. Like, he has his hair sticking out in the movie and it looks cool, but it is pretty, I guess, maybe like it could be a giveaway, but really not at the end of the day. It just depends. It depends, but like I said, I think the whole thing is, it's just so different and it came out of nowhere, right? So we don't do endorsements. Yep, that is true. As much as it's grown on me, I still think no, but they should update his look with a hood, keep the webbing pattern on the mask and get rid of the shoes, but his energy coursing through the suit's a nice touch. They should just let you pick the color based on his abilities or just player preference. I think his 2099 suit, the blue one, would have been a perfect evolution, but a shame it already exists. That is true. They'll probably edit it in some way. They did that for Spider-Man 2, where Miles and Peter had tweaked versions of their suits for the previous two games. So I say, keep and see what they fix. True. So I think that's enough of comments for now. Let's look at some stuff like redesigns and things. So first things first, the redesign, one of the main ones I wanted to show you was by a friend, Mauro Celentano. Go follow him over on Twitter. This is a perfect redesign that encapsulates Miles's colors with the suit. Obviously the webbing isn't like red and well, it isn't red, but the gray actually works, right? The mask and the lenses are phenomenal. The spider emblem is pretty much kept the same with the blue energy, and there's a variation of this with the yellow as well, but the main colors are kept here with a contrast of gray for the webbing, so it's not too much of this, and I think it works perfectly when you look at it, and that's when it glows, when it uses the energy. And I think this is just a perfect mix of colors and things. This is still one of my favorite redesigns of all time when it comes to fixing up the Adidas suit, and I wish that they do something like this. Granted, he did get rid of the collaboration shoes here, but if they really wanted to keep that, they could easily just add them here. Like, one of my biggest gripes, and let me show you this, with the whole Adidas like collaboration is the fact that they don't change the shoes like colors at all with the actual suits. Like you could see for this one, it wouldn't be as jarring if they made this whole like shoes that color there, like the kind of red color, red and black. It would have been much better for the shoes. They would kind of blend. But then the recolors, he still keeps the same shoes color, so you can tell it's like a collaboration. Versus like when he has his streetwear one, well, they actually kind of did the same thing, right? Like he kept the same colors for the redesigns, because this is another collaboration that they did. But here I feel like these shoes just look so much better and work so much better in contrast with the suit, because it just goes with it, right? Like it's mainly red and black here with like a blue jacket, and then this bit here, like with this suit, these shoes work perfectly without a doubt. So, you know, I don't know, man, it's just little nitpicks, I guess, but that's just my opinion. I think a lot of you guys can also agree with that. Now, this is a new redesign that was brought to my attention by Mon Spider over on Twitter, so go follow them over there. But this pretty much combines the 10-year anniversary suit and gives it like an original redesign for Miles in, you know, Marvel Spider-Man 2. And I think this is genuinely an amazing take on the suit, because it respects that suit, the 10-year anniversary, and gives it a new breath of fresh air. And then look at these shoes here, dude. That is actually super awesome if they want something like this for the, you know, Adidas collaboration. But the fact that there's like 3 different versions here, it just looks amazing. So, you know, you've got like the hood version here, then you've got one of him with the pants to kind of match the hood. You know, here you just have the hood with no pants, and then here you just have all the bits taken off to show the full sleekness of the suit. This would have been amazing. Something like this, I feel like would have been fantastic. So, you know, it is just mind-blowing to see how cool this is and how talented and amazing a redesigning suits the community is. I think Insomniac in the future should definitely kind of look at the community as well. Maybe get someone from the community to work on some designs for suits, because in one of the previous videos where I talked about how I would do a collaboration like this, is instead of doing it all with famous people, or after that, I would have one where Insomniac works with the community to design like 5 new suits and add them to the game for free as kind of like a thank you to the community, and just to give something back, like, you know, original suits, right? That would have been awesome. But I think I'm gonna end the video here. Like, genuinely, I feel like if they, you know, going back to why all the hate on, you know, Miles keeping the suit, it's literally because of the way it looks, right? That's why all the hate on him keeping it. That's why I feel like with a good redesign, something like this or something like this, we can easily just, you know, have a, you know, less hate. People would be more open to him keeping the suits, because if you look at this suit, there's not a lot of webbing on it, but it still looks good, right? Because it's got all the Spider-Man things on it, right? So yeah, let's leave it here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Watch another video here on the channel. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Peace.